4, 3, 2, 1, go! Yo, what's up, good people? Y'all know what time it is, baby. It's AA Sports, straight sports, no chaser. And you got the super team of Sports Talk here with y'all tonight. I'm one half of it, Diego Barishnikov, the Black Dominican Russian. And I'm here checking in with my main man, my partner in crime. They call him the 6 foot and under post-up champ. Tell them who you are.
What's good, good people? It's your boy Uncle Hate, the other A and AA Sports, broadcasting live here on a Wednesday on a special show. We got guests in the house. What's good, homie?
Hey man, everything is good. Yes, those of you guys that are watching us on the YouTube channel, as you can see, we've got guests in the building. We're going to give them a nice introduction here shortly. They're from the Urban Arena Media Group that we were affiliated with. But as we always do when we start the show off, we appreciate all the supporters, subscribers, watchers, listeners. If you watch us on the YouTube channel, continue to do so. Watch, like, hit that subscribe button, leave us some comments. And then those of you guys that listen to us on the go, either podcast platform, whether it be on Apple iTunes or the Spreaker Network, remember to find us there as well. So tonight, got some good people in the house from Team Boy TV and from Get Witted Sports. We got our man Glass in the building, Chi-Town representing. Tell the people what's up, Glass.
Great things, man. Shout out to Urban Arena. I want to appreciate Hate Diego for bringing us to the show. It's been a long time coming. It's been a while since I've been on here, but glad to be back, bro.
Hey, man, we appreciate you having you as always.
Yes, sir.
And our main man, the technical genius from Team Boy TV.
Not even. What's going on? What's happening? Hey, look, y'all recouped that coin quick, didn't you? We just had y'all guys on our show, and it was amazing, man. We had a good time chopping it up. Y'all boys catch that thing right back in real quick. It's good to be here. What's going on, y'all?
Q, you know you always welcome. You're a Carolina fan.
There you go, bro. Sadly. Unfortunately.
Absolutely. We got to continue to keep that momentum going and make sure that we don't have those long gaps in between shows, you know? Absolutely. All right, so people, we're going to get into a few things here this week. Y'all know what time it is. It's Super Bowl. Well, it's an off week. We had the AFC, NFC Championship games last week. We're going to go over those, and we're going to do a preview of the Super Bowl and let the fellas give their insight and their picks if they choose to do so. It's kind of early, but I think everybody kind of knew what they want to pick. I know what I'm going to pick, so we'll get into that. Let's jump right on into this first game that popped off on Sunday. The NFC title game. Saints hosted the Rams. Now, Saints got off to a nice little 13-0 lead. Should have been more, in my opinion. They settled for a couple of field goals there early. Kind of came back to bite them in the end, if you ask me. But since you guys are guests in the house, we're going to let y'all step in and tell us what you think about this game, where it went left, where did the Saints go wrong. And, of course, we'll get to the controversy at the end. So, Glass, tell us what you feel about this game and how it went. Did it go according to how you thought it was going to go?
I'll put you like this. None of this playoffs went the way I went. I think out of all the games, I might have won 2.
There you go.
That type of year, bro.
That's what it is. Saints did what they had to do to a certain point. Rams, like I said, you put Breeze up against Goff, I'm always going to go Breeze all day. But Goff did what he had to do. That defense, the Rams defense stepped up. Aqib Talib shut down Mike Thomas. The run game was almost non-existent. So for them to be on the road with that crowd noise, loud and everything, I commend Rams doing what they're doing. But we're gonna get into that controversial call later. But it was a good game. It was a good game.
Well, Glass, let me keep you going on that. Why do you think they only ran the ball 15 times between Ingram and Kamara, and they were at home?
Mm-hmm. I have no idea. That's shocking because Breeze wasn't on point. You know what I'm saying? He was throwing behind players. He lost. I ain't gonna say he lost a step, but his arm strength wasn't there. His accuracy wasn't there. So you would think they would rely on the on Ingram and Kamara.
Or what got him to the dance, right? What
right, exactly.
Right.
So I'm kind of shocked on that.
Yes, absolutely. It's a weird one. I also think, the Rams and Sean McVay went in there with this one wide receiver ain't going to beat us today. So Drew Brees, you got to do something else, right? So, again, I was confused. If they taking away your number one weapon, why are you not running the ball? Then I'm going to tell you, if you let the young quarterback, Jared Goff, get away with that early interception and not punish them for that, then you're going to lose the game. This is a place where you can't make mistakes like that. I thought the first team to make a mistake was going to lose the game, but the Rams bounced back, and it ended up being an interception on the veterans' part that ended up losing them the game. It turned out weird. I think the right team won. I think at the end of the day, in these type of games, you need defense. And even though the Rams' defense ain't as good as I would want it to be at this particular juncture in the season, it came up when it needed to. So there you go. I mean, I think the right team won. I think that a lot of people was nervous because it looked like the all-powerful Saints couldn't be beat. But hey, there you go. The ball bounced the Rams' way. Defense showed up. They let the young quarterback get away with that interception early. They didn't punish him. They paid for it.
Yeah, right. To me, he showed me something early. Goff did by weathering that storm. So when that game first started, I mean, they having communication issues because of the noise. You got linemen having to stand up and slide down to talk to other linemen to get the protection calls. I thought it was trending in the wrong direction for them. But Jared Goff showed me something. He hung in there. And by the Saints, again, kicking field goals and not putting touchdowns on the board, they kind of left that door open, and they slid right on in. What was you going to add to that, Hate?
No, well, I was going to ask you, there is a second controversy that we all need to get to the bottom of, too. What the hell's going on with Todd Gurley, man?
I'm going to tell you right now, I think he hurt.
He got to be.
Either it's his back or his hamstring, because you seen him on the sideline, he was stretching. Ain't no damn way you going to sit there and tell me he wasn't having a good game, so that's the reason why I didn't put him up in there. We're talking about one of the top running backs in the league, man.
Well, you know what?
Touched the ball 5 times that entire game.
You know what? Listen. What the week before, did he rack up like 130-some yards the week before?
Yeah.
So I think they use him where they. I think they felt like they were doing okay without having to put a lot of weight on him, and and it worked out. I think they're saving him for the big one. I think he hurt Glass, but I think he will grind it out. He'll be ready to come Super Bowl Sunday.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. I want to piggyback what Diego was saying. I hit him Sunday, and I was like, you know what? Goff is showing me something. Because I was on that fence. I was like, he's a pretty good game manager. You take that coach away, maybe he won't be what he need to be. But he kind of showed me something on Sunday. The poise he showed in that arena to play with that crowd and get that done. Probably the play of the game was when he escaped that sack. Was at overtime or late fourth and got that ball off to the tight end to get him in place for the field goal. I don't know what they're going to do to Super Bowl, but he proved something to me in that game there. Who do y'all think? Do you think Sean Payton got out coached?
Oh, that's a tough one. I don't know. I don't know if I listen. What the strategy that the young coaches bring in, I don't think it's nothing new and newfangled. I think it's straight up, put a lot of smash mouth defense in there. You got them big old dudes up front. We're playing. Look, the defense is where in these games, this is what's gonna matter. I mean, we know that the quarterbacks ain't gonna be as sensational as they were in week 7 or week 8 or whatever. They're not gonna put up them kind of numbers in the playoffs. You're playing against the cream of the crop. Your defense gonna have to come through. So with McVay being an offensive-minded coach, I don't think that's what it was. I think it was more on Wade Phillips and him making sure that those guys didn't miss and that they had to do what they had to do, and not giving up a whole lot of points.
Right, because I don't think it was anything that the Rams were doing that the Saints just couldn't figure out,
right,
or couldn't adjust to. You line up and sometimes you just get outplayed. Now, I will say this about Sean Payton's coaching choices. After Ted Ginn catches that ball, fourth quarter, we fast forward. We'll get right on into the controversy about the pass interference. But before we even get to that pass interference, why did he not run the ball on first and second down to make them use those timeouts? If you do that, you're not even in that position. And I immediately thought of the Falcons in the Super Bowl against the Patriots.
Yes.
Almost the same exact thing. After Julio Jones catches that ball, that game should be over. and it didn't happen. What you got, Hate?
Don't it seem like everybody's playing Madden ball this year? Everybody's going for it. Everybody's aggressive. Yeah. You know, he should have ran that ball. They would have won the game had he ran the ball.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know, it just seems like that's what everybody does.
It seems to be a trend, Glass. Like since the beginning of the game, we saw it. Ron Rivera did it earlier in the season, and you know we seen it with a couple other people. Like you're right, they are not like nobody. Like what was that? Tennessee Titans end up losing the game because
in London,
right. You know what I mean? So like nobody is willing to play it safe when it comes to the end of these games. And I'm telling you, they were doing it early in the season. So to see it, you know, in a playoff game. I'm like, damn, they're not gonna be conservative at all right here. Like this is crazy. Like, but then again, sometimes, you know, in a situation where you think they should be aggressive, they don't. You wonder what's going on, right? You know.
Glass, I got a question for you. Yeah. When they got down there and they took that field goal, the Rams, did you think they were gonna go for it? Because I sure thought they were.
Yeah, so a little bit.
5 minutes left.
I mean, we're talking about the boy Genius right now.
I thought they would have went up to go up 4. They've been aggressive all year, so I was like, okay, they're definitely going to go for it on the road to go ahead. So I was surprised.
You talking about the Rams?
Yeah, the Rams.
Well, I'll let Glass say. I'll let Glass go first.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, Diego.
No, he posed a question to you. I didn't want to interview.
Oh, okay. You know what? Like I said, on the road, he was doing his magic, but then again, we're talking about a whole different situation. Up in the dome, loud crowd. Right. You can't take too many chances. You know what I'm saying? You just stick with what you know and deal with it with that. But I have to say this real quick. You know, I just like Hay just said about this year everybody playing Madden. I don't care what anybody do. I don't care what any tricks you got. Defense win championships. Way stuck to this thing.
Can we raise a glass to Ndamukong Suh decide?
That's exactly. I was about to say that. Right.
He waited all year. And he showed up.
Exactly. He showed up. Brocker showed up. What's his name? Dante Fowler. He was swatting Breeze passes. So hey, defense did what they had to do, and they adjusted.
100.
Let me ask y'all. Let me pose this question to the room. So you know, we look at teams, and we'll talk about the Patriots in a minute, but we'll talk about the Chiefs. But we look at these teams, and these teams all 4 of these teams had signatures about how they style of play, and I think a lot of them abandoned that in these championship games. I mean, the Rams didn't necessarily play Rams football. The Saints definitely wasn't. They had that killer instinct, send all the missiles, you know, like they normally do. The Patriots ran the ball an ungodly amount of times. You know, and you got Patrick Mahomes running for his life, which is he ain't used to that either. So I mean, I just saw the games, and everything looked weird to me. Did it look weird to y'all?
Yeah. Well, I think with the Saints, I think me and Hay talked about this a couple of weeks ago. But for most of these teams, you know, the season started off with all of these teams scoring 30, 40 points every week. Yeah, and you know that had been died down. So I didn't think that it was anything too out of the norm how they've been playing recently. The Saints we're used to them being a high-powered offense year after year, but I think this year they've won a lot of games a lot of different ways. So I wasn't too surprised, and especially with them only really having Michael Thomas as a legit receiving option, I wasn't expecting them to put up 30, 40 points when it gets to this point in the season in the playoffs. What did the Patriots? That's a whole other story. You never know what they're going to do from week to week, so you can never be surprised by that. And and when it comes to the Rams, I just think they've been a different team since Cooper Kupp went out. That took away a legitimate option in the middle of the field. I know I've joked about them not having any resemblance of a tight end. I think Higbee did catch a big pass or a touchdown in this past game, didn't he?
Yeah, they should use him.
Yeah. But I think all these teams that were left in the playoffs this last Final Four, they were good at adapting, except for maybe the Chiefs. After Kareem Hunt went down, they lost a big part of their identity there. And at the end, Andy Reid did some Andy Reid things at the end of that game, if you ask me.
Hey, that's a flag on the play, damn it. Andy didn't blow this one. Andy didn't blow this one.
He didn't blow the game. He didn't blow the game, but after the Patriots get that coin toss and they're going down the field and they are converting long third downs, after third down, you've got to at least take a timeout to get your defense together, get them a blow. You've got 3 of them. Yeah. You can't take them home.
One more question. When them little white girls is running, does Jason not always catch them?
Well, because they always fall.
You knew the Patriots was gonna catch it.
Right.
Yeah. I didn't think. Well, we get to that in a minute. Let's get to the end of this game, though.
Let's back up.
Because I really want to talk about that.
Let's go ahead and get to it.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and get to it. Who want to start off on this pass interference?
Yeah, the pass interference. Yeah.
You started off, homie.
Hey, it was obvious pass interference, but I already pretty much said my piece. If Sean Payton runs that ball when he's supposed to run that ball, I don't think that play even is put on the table. Mm-hmm. And I'm just tired of the whining from the Saints fans.
I'm tired of it.
I'm tired of the Falcons fans posting and memeing all week.
They act like that's their Super Bowl.
It was a Super Bowl. It was a Super Bowl.
Man.
I can understand not wanting the rival to go there, all fine and dandy. But 2, 3, 4 days and you still going on and on and on. To me, I can't vibe with that.
Don't it feel like people act like that game ended with the pass interference?
Right. Because
there was nothing after that.
The astute, educated, answer to the question would be, well, the team shouldn't have put themselves in that position for one call to sway the game. But honestly, I don't think that call swayed the game. I think, it didn't really have that much impact on the. I mean, it impacted momentum a little bit. I mean, come on, like a lot of times, anytime you get run into these type of penalties, and especially if the call was clearly blown, it affects you a little bit. But at the same time, it wasn't the reason why the game went the way it went.
I'll say this: if they make the call, though, what we have is basically the Saints kicking the last-second field goal to win the game. Mm-hmm. And the Rams don't get that opportunity with almost 2 minutes to go to drive back down the field to tie the game. Right. So I think it was big in that regard, because if that call is made, then those last, that third and fourth down, that scenario is totally different.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Glass. I'll put it to you like this. It was a bullshit moment. Refs messed up now. I heard that all three of the refs was from Los Angeles, and they said one of them played for the Rams. So how Roger Goodell let that slide, I don't know.
Gang.
You know what I'm saying? Wow. Number 2, I'm with Diego and Haight. Stop all the crying. It's over with. Yeah. You guys got to keep your life moving and everything. I heard they had eye doctors giving free exams to the referees. I'm like,
oh my God.
Come on,
hard.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
But don't every team get got by the referees at least once during the season?
At least,
but not at that spot. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, it happened at the wrong. Look, going into the season, you got to know that every team gonna get got by the referees at least once. It just a matter of when it happens. Does it happen on week 1, or do it happen in the NFC Championship game? We'll let the chips fall where they may.
But you know what? At the beginning, how everybody's saying, one call doesn't make the game, and the Saints made some mistakes before that play. I don't care what anybody say. Okay, we made a mistake before that play, but we led up to that play, and that play was going to work if y'all would have made the call.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So I feel for the coach. I feel for the players and everything, but it is what it is. Now, with that being said, you don't call me after the game and tell me, you know what, we messed up.
See, that's
don't put salt in the wound. Just leave it alone and leave it roll.
I hate that all sports do that now. The NBA does that with that team report. I hate that. Y'all don't tell me you blew it.
I think whatever call you make, you get to stand on it. Be like, listen, it is what it is. I don't care what the tape say. This is what we call. That's what it is, right?
Yeah. I'm totally against that. This whole thing about, and I don't even know why it's a bylaw. I didn't even know it was a bylaw rule or whatever in the NFL rules that the commissioner has the authority to override, change, go back and play the spot from that point if the call is egregious enough. Take that out, because you're never going to use it. You're not going to open up that Pandora's box.
It's already too many hands in a cookie jar right now. Listen, if you listen to the broadcast right now, on one of the guys, I think maybe it was the AFC game. I think it probably was the AFC game. But Tony and whoever he worked with, they kept on bringing the little official dude in who part of the broadcast team. He got an earpiece into New York, and they got their hands all over it. They looking at the tape. The people on the field looking at the tape. Everybody in the stand looking at the replay on the Tron. Everybody think they know which way the call's supposed to go. It's too much, man.
That's 100. And shout out to them 100,000 plus folks who signed that petition, who actually thought the Rams and Saints was gonna play again this Sunday for 2 minutes. Shout out to y'all.
Really? Really?
Y'all really thought that shit was gonna happen.
And that's why I say, why is that even in the rule book? because if Goodell is the only one that could do it or override it, what are the logistics in doing that? Because his ass was in Kansas City.
Yeah, he was.
Right.
Yeah.
So
he had to go see his favorite team play. He had to go see the Patriots play.
There you go. So.
Hey, before we move on, let me ask y'all this quick question: what player missing hurt their team the most? Cooper Kupp for the Rams or Sheldon Rankins for the Saints?
I think if Kupp would have played, it'd have been Rams would have offense probably would have been humming more.
Yeah, it might have been. I think of Kupp. You know, I don't know. I don't think there's much more the Saints really could have done, man. I really don't.
Well,
other than run the ball, right? They could have run the ball a little bit more. Other than that, though, I think you know, the game plan looked good. It's just, you know, I don't know. I really thought that Sean Payton was going to win with the foot on the neck and was just going to, you know, just run the score up. At least try to anyway. You know what I mean? But, you know, things happened early. When I saw the defense step up the way they did and they stopped them all them times, I was like, damn, and all they getting is field goals out of this ain't going to work out in their favor. I'm like, eventually the Rams going to start being the Rams and they're going to start putting points on the board. That's what's going to happen. And if the Saints can't keep up, they're going to lose this game. You know, they stayed in it though, you know, but, you know, shout out to Drew.
He fall your way though, for real.
Yeah.
That duck that Drew Brees threw that landed in homie's arms while he was on his back. Yeah. That was God's plan, man.
Right. Right. And it's crazy because he fell down to catch the ball, and the best receiver, maybe for this year, and definitely in the discussion now, is best receiver in the game. Michael Thomas couldn't even find the ball.
Right.
Yeah. No. So.
Well, he had turned around by then, right? He saw the ball going in his hands.
Right, but he turned around. He was lost because they were right there together. Yeah. And Michael Thomas turned the wrong way looking for the ball, and it was coming right where he was standing. So he couldn't even locate the ball.
Oh, I ain't shit. I was trying to find a way to say that was more egregious than Cam not falling on that ball in the Super Bowl. I was reaching.
No. Yeah. You're reaching a lot. You're reaching a lot.
Reaching a little bit there. You know, you can't keep bailing Cam out like that.
So before we put a bow on the NFC Championship, I'll pose a question to the fellas here. Was that Sean Payton and Drew Brees' probably last opportunity to get a chip?
Nah. You know what? That was the way the NFC South is set up right now, especially like with the questions going on in Carolina. It's questions in Tampa. It's questions in Atlanta. With, you know, they got rid of their defensive or the defensive or offensive coordinator. They got a shake going on down there. I think the NFC South is in total disarray right now, and I still think that the Saints are probably, if they keep everything together, I don't know what's going to happen, you know, during the offseason. They're probably still the team to beat, I think, you know, if everything stays where it is right now. You know,
one way I always look at it, I look at the money. And I don't see nobody up for money because Kamara's still on the rookie deal. Mm-hmm. They gotta figure out Ingram, but he ain't gonna cost real money. Mm-hmm. So they should be able to add to that defense and run it back. Well, they got to get somebody on the other side.
Oh yeah,
you can't run Mike out there by himself going forward, and Ted Ginn ain't the answer. So they should be able to run it back at least another year or two.
I mean, unless they get something crazy going on with the schedule, but coming out the backyard, though, I don't think they're going to see that much competition, to be honest with you. You know, like I said, like the division just looks crazy right now. It's bad. So what you think, Glass?
I have to agree. I can't see anybody in the NFC in general giving them too much trouble other than, the hometown Chicago Bears, Minnesota. I don't see anybody in the NFC East, tell you the truth, and just the Rams in the West. So I can see him running it back maybe one more time.
Yeah,
it might be the last time.
I'm on the island, and I'll tell you why I'm on the island with this. Y'all, one of y'all alluded to it early. Drew Brees' arm is deteriorating.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, he's still firing that thing though, like Mega Man though. Like
he's starting to get on that Matt Ryan though and throwing from his ankles,
right?
With everything he got.
Mm-hmm. I think they definitely need to bring some more weapons in there. I want them to really figure out what they want to do with Taysom Hill. Like,
it's Bridgewater. What's really going on there?
Figure something out. I don't think they want him to be a franchise quarterback. Otherwise, they wouldn't be putting him on special teams. But they've got to figure out what they want to do.
The Baltimore move, you know what I mean? They did that in Baltimore. Next thing you know, young rookie had the helm. He had the controls. Just
Only
like
reason they lost that game because the homie Dez didn't play. That's it.
That's what it is, right? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it is. All right, so
Dez would have
let's
saved him, cuz.
all right, so let's jump into this AFC title game. All right, we know the Patriots took down the Kansas City Chiefs, so we got the Patriots in the Super Bowl again. I lost count how many times this is.
That's the ninth one, ain't it? I think it's the ninth one, right?
Ninth. Yeah, it's Brady's ninth. Three straight.
Yeah.
Three straight. Yeah.
Crazy.
We could talk about them, about the cheating and whether they get the benefit of calls and what have you. But you don't look up and go to that many Super Bowls or that many AFC Championship games without being kind of good.
Right.
I thought it was a well-played game. I thought that, Mahomes did all right. I don't think he did as well as he had been doing, earlier in the season. But, of course, we expected Belichick to come up with a game plan to be able to halt a lot of that high-powered stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think was the key to the Patriots taking this game?
I guess I got a couple thoughts on it. I done said a bunch of egregious things about Tom Brady and the Patriots in the past, but watching this game, this is one Patriots game that I said I can watch, and I can say they are as advertised. Tom Brady refused to lose to this young boy. He would not do it. He was like, listen, I ain't ready to go. I still got something left in the tank. He showed that. Even though he didn't throw the ball all around the yard, they ran the ball 100 times or whatever the case may be. And then, of course, Patrick Mahomes, he ain't got nothing to lose. He playing with house money. They're like, go out there and do your thing, little fella. Go honey. Now he playing with house money. And the reason I'm playing with house money and a bunch of other fellas on that team taking it a little bit more seriously, but, he's out there having fun, man. I don't think this loss is going to hit him as hard as it's going to hit other people. But it just goes to show, he wasn't ready, right? You know what I mean?
That was legit house money. You won that 100%.
House money. That's all it was.
But man, how that had to be a record for the number of 3rd and 10s they completed.
Yeah.
Back to back. 3rd and 10, not 3rd and 1.
I think they had the ball for 41 minutes in that game, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was 41
minutes. I got it right here. 43 minutes of 43 minutes 59 seconds. The Chiefs only had the ball 20 minutes of that game.
That's ridiculous. You can't play it like that.
For a high-powered offense, everybody knows one of the keys to beating them is keeping them on the sideline.
That's right. Them gun can't shoot if it's on safety. You know what I'm saying?
All day.
You talk about all the third downs that they completed. I'm assuming you're referring to that last drive.
I think most of them was on that last drive.
Yeah, exactly.
Brian Baldinger, he did a good breakdown. He normally does a good breakdown. I wish they would bring that show NFL Playbook back.
I know. I was just talking.
That was a good show.
Man, he broke down on the all 22 how on the first 2 3rd and 10s to Edelman on that live drive, both of them were blown coverages. The two cornerbacks got mixed up in who they were supposed to cover, and it left Edelman pretty much wide open.
Gandrick is ass.
On the next one, they made the adjustment, but they left Gronk open on the backside for a slant. Mm-hmm. And then before you know it, you had a 20-yard play on 3rd and 10, another 10-yard play, and a 15-yard play. Next thing you know, they down on the 15-yard line.
Yeah.
And it was a wrap. They mentioned this during the game, and I jotted it down because I wanted to mention it during the show. It was interesting to me. Tom Brady said, and I kind of quote, I got most of it though. He said he did not feel the Chiefs have the defense where he needs to check out the plays at the line of scrimmage.
Wow.
He felt whatever play that they called in the huddle was going to be good.
I can't see that.
Y'all believe that story they said where they said they added 8 plays to the offense in Saturday in the hotel lobby?
Yep.
Who the Patriots did?
Yep.
Really?
Belichick put in 8 additional plays Saturday night for the game on Sunday.
And they said 5 of them worked in the game.
Wow.
Listen, man. If y'all don't know, me and Bigg Q, we can't stand the Patriots. I hate them bitches.
Can't do it.
I got to give them respect. Listen, Bill Belichick is the modern day Napoleon Bonaparte when it comes to football. He gonna use everything up against you. Whatever your strength is, he gonna put it up against you.
It's kind of deeper than that, Glass. I figured it out on Sunday. I was tweeting about it.
All right.
God is from Boston, and he has a Tom Brady jersey.
Really?
Because he's from Boston. He has to be.
Wow.
9 times?
9 times. I mean,
Hey, but look what
crazy,
they got.
man.
Okay, listen, it's plug and play. They get rid of players, they bring in players, not the top-notch players, not the top-tier players. As long as you have Belichick and Brady,
You good.
they're gonna get you there.
But I don't know, man. This is the part I have a slight issue with, right? Okay, so we know out of the 6 division games they play, they're probably gonna win 5 of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
They always lose in Miami, so you know.
So that's 5 games out of the 16 that you're gonna win. You're probably gonna get a booty division that you're gonna end up playing in the NFC anyway. So you're probably gonna smash them too. That's another 4. That's 10 out of the 16 games. So they're gonna win what 12, 13 games every year, right? That's about right. So that's a guarantee. So you can't keep them out of the playoffs, right? So
exactly.
That's part of the formula for being at all these AFC Championship games. I think it was 8 championship game in a row. I mean, 8th championship game, 9th Super Bowl, 3rd Super Bowl in a row, right? That's the way it was, right? But with that formula they riding on, and that AFC East, unless they get them out of there and change the division around, man, I mean, they get a head start every year. They get a head start over everybody every year. And that's unfair. I don't think that's fair at all. You know, that's how you get to 9 Super Bowls in a way. How long have you been playing? 19 years.
Hey man, those other teams in that division just got to be better, man.
That's it.
Hold on, you asking the Jets to be better?
They got to do. Listen,
the Bills to be better.
The Patriots always gonna be there because they in the AFC.
The Bills ain't never gonna be better.
And who?
The Jets ain't never gonna be better.
So Bill Belichick gives his blessing for the dude calling their defense to go coach Miami. Sure, no problem.
Right.
Go down there to Miami. Sure.
You know, it's crazy, man. You know, and I like the upstart. I like the little group they got in Kansas City, man. But they're gonna have to figure that end of the game part out because this is what the third year in a row, right? Where they get there and they go in with a high seed and they get snuffed out.
At least this year they won a playoff game. Remember last year Tennessee whooped their ass at home.
They got to figure that part out, man. Because that's what I said about the Rams last year. Remember we got into this big debate about the Rams, and I was like, oh, yeah, the Rams will whoop on anybody on any given Sunday during the regular season. I don't trust them at all in the playoffs. Well, they're in the Super Bowl this year, so they changed something. Kansas City got to figure that out, you know.
And they can't blame it on Alex Smith no more.
No, it's not his issue. But they took away Tyreek Hill. He only had 1 ball off 3 targets in that game.
Yeah.
That wasn't going to happen. The way he was styling on them on Sunday night a couple weeks ago, that wasn't going to happen again at all. And they miss Kareem Hunt.
They do.
They miss Kareem Hunt.
Like last said, defense wins championships because we look at how the Rams game plan shut out Michael Thomas. The Patriots game plan shut out Tyreek Hill. Now what you going to do to adjust? And win ball games in different ways. Those are the signs of a true champion.
Right.
So, Glass, you're an X and O type of guy, right? So you Andy Reid and you the Chiefs, right? And you know, look, this is the Patriots you're playing. You know who they are, right? What would you have done a little bit different to stay in that game? Because I don't know, man. It was that's the game that had all the lead changes, right?
Second half, they got
right.
So I mean. So apparently they were trading scores, like, you know, but it wasn't no separation. I don't know. What would you have done different?
You know what the weak link was, the Kansas City Chiefs, where it shouldn't even win in overtime, and just like we all said, that you can't give away 3 and longs that many times.
Yeah.
That's the reason why, let's go ahead and put it out there. Defensive coordinator Bob Sutton, that's why he got fired. How the hell you have 3 and longs and you're only going to send 3 in?
Yeah.
We all know you got to touch Tom Brady and disrupt them or send somebody up the middle. Sending 3 people in there is not going to work. And
he got slapped on the chest and they called it face mask, right?
Oh, that was bullshit.
Man, come on. You know, anyway. But you know what was funny, man? You know, shout out to Patrick Mahomes. He did his job. He unloaded the clip and tried his hardest. Was it 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter?
Yeah.
But they scored the last touchdown. And my wife, I ain't saying she don't know ish about NFL, but she know a little bit, just a little bit. She's sitting next to me. They scored. My wife looked at the clock, said 2:05. Oh, that's too much time for Brady. I'm looking at her like, how the hell?
Everybody knew.
Everybody knew that. So it's just the defense.
When they scored and they cut to Brady on the bench, he was just kind of sitting there like,
Yep.
Right? Like it's another day at the office, man.
Right, like
Right.
they thought they had an advantage with that cold, bro.
Yeah.
That cold didn't mean nothing to them.
Man, New England. Where's New England at?
Yeah, it don't get no colder than to get up in that northeast corner up there.
Right.
So if we go back to that quote you read earlier, who was that coming from, the coach or the quarterback? Who said that? It was that Belichick or Brady?
That came from Brady. Tony, I think Tony Romo said that Brady told him that in one of the pre-production meetings.
So when you look at that defense across from Brady and them, right? This is probably why they feel that way. What are those guys ranked 31st? What 30, 31st?
31st, probably. Yeah.
So you looking across the field and you're like, what? They can't stop us. They can't. And then I mean, you give them that big old heavy dose of Sonny Michel like that, and this dude chewing up 6-7 yards per clip. It was a done deal at that point. You know what I mean? Like
it crushed my heart the fourth quarter seeing Eric Berry getting drugged by Gronk.
Exactly.
And Eric Berry normally handles him.
Right.
Yeah.
He couldn't do nothing with him in the fourth.
right.
The Glass. Let me go back. Well, Diego, let me ask you: should they have doubled Edelman and Gronk in the fourth? You think or not?
Well, you definitely do something against Gronk in the fourth
Hell
quarter.
yeah.
You definitely do that. Right? Yes.
Yeah, and even though Gronk hadn't really been the Gronk of old this whole season,
Yeah.
you had to kind of think at some point,
Yes.
okay, he's going to be a factor. I mean, he's 6'5". You cannot check him one-on-one. All right? Because Tom Brady going to be pinpoint accuracy. He going to get the ball, jump ball in most cases. It's kind of hard to double Edelman. His little ass is running around in the middle of the field. He's running 5 screens. He's doing a whole lot.
Actually, I think it hurts yourself if you try to double him. Because you're right. He in the middle, and you taking somebody off the edges, and I don't think it's a good idea.
Listen, man, I don't care what anybody say. You crack on Edelman. You might get a 50.
I mean, you
might
hit
get
it.
a 50.
No, he always seems to elude the big
Man.
Oh, yeah.
always.
But he
Yeah.
looks like an ass though, so I'm just saying.
It seems like he's always getting up and his chin strap is in his face and
Right.
he got grass in his helmet. No, he's taking a few.
The Chiefs defense should have done what the Patriots defense done. We're gonna be physical. I'm gonna bump you off the lines, get you out your routes, and disrupt everything that you got going. Chiefs didn't do that. Ain't no way in the world Edelman gonna keep going across the middle on me catching these nickel and dimes. I've told Bigg Q many times, like Seattle used to do. Okay, I'm gonna crack you one time. I'm gonna get the 15-yard penalty.
Take that 15.
I'm gonna let you know you ain't coming across this middle like that. Just free.
But to go back to the quote again, them dudes knew that ain't nothing on the other side. They know Fletcher Cox is over there. Ain't no Ndamukong Suh or no Khalil Max or nobody. Ain't nobody like that over there, right?
Well,
they don't fear nothing over there.
Right. Yeah, I mean, one time.
Yeah,
that was eye popping to me. I mean, because even if you think that, hey, whatever play we call in the huddle is good, I ain't even got to worry about checking it.
Yeah,
you might think that, but you're not going to really say that publicly.
Unless you really feel it in your heart.
Right.
But the best thing that happened for them, to me, couple weeks, well, really the last 4 weeks or so, they got a chip on their shoulder. When folks start saying they was washed,
oh yeah,
no, they not going. Man, you gave them motivation.
Oh yeah.
Right.
That's a dangerous thing to give to a team that kind of gets there every year.
Yeah.
You give them motivation. Oh, everybody's against us. Edelman was selling T-shirts, bet against us shirts last week.
Right.
Yeah, but why this year? Why this year they felt that way? People hate them every year. I'm just saying.
But they did look the weakest they've looked in a while this year.
Yeah, I would say it was legit. It wasn't like, again, they've been there 9, 10, 12, 15, however many times they've been there. So it wasn't like everybody was just down on the Patriots because we didn't think that they were good.
Right.
Hey, going by what y'all was showing us on
it
the
was
field.
legit.
You backdoored your way into the 2 seed, into the bye. Houston really dropped the ball on that.
And then
Hell,
Pittsburgh,
if Gronk wasn't at safety in that Miami game, they would have been 1 seed.
Actually, a bunch of booty chatter happened toward the end of the season in the AFC with the like building to the AFC playoff picture with the Steelers and a bunch of crazy stuff. The Patriots got listen now. That's where the luck come in, right? So you know that you
It's
okay.
not luck when God is from Boston.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, so God manipulating Tennessee and Pittsburgh and and all of them to do stupid stuff.
You throw that little bit out there,
Hey, that's a good narrative right there. And let's, I think there's a little bit of luck up in here too. Before, I ain't gonna say, I usually had the dumbass of the week, dumbass of the month. I ain't gonna be that harsh, but I'm gonna say the brain fart of the week, D Ford. My man.
Yeah, man.
You got your hands to the ground. You couldn't turn your head to see that you was offside, man.
You know, way offside too, right?
Way, I mean, dude, it's half his body on the other sideline, man.
Yeah, way offside. Right?
I couldn't believe that, man.
Now, was it because I think I heard something about possibly the Patriots were in an illegal formation by the way that tackle was lined up on the end of the line. He kind of offset himself back a little bit from where everybody else was on the line.
What, on the encroachment play on D4?
Yeah. He was that last lineman, that last tackle was back a little bit.
But when they showed the sideline shot, Ford was way up here. Like,
but I'm saying by that tackle on the Patriots being further back than what he normally is, maybe D Ford is just thinking, hey, I know normally I'm supposed to be so far.
But Diego, number one, that might have been another Belichick move. You step back and see what happened. Right. Number two, D Ford, turn your head.
Look at the ball.
Look at the sideline for the pole. Right, come on, man.
Yeah, that was crazy. I couldn't believe that. But that was crazy.
Hey, Andy Reid, there are no participation trophies. There are none.
Nah.
So that it's hard to get here. You know, it's nah. You know,
I think the Chiefs are in a good spot, though. I mean,
the Chiefs are. The Chiefs are.
They're gonna be good going forward.
Yeah.
I still believe in.
Wait a minute, y'all. Let's not forget that other team in the AFC West.
Don't do it to yourself. Some of the Chargers.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you just.
Oh, no, but different. No, come on, man. I'm a fan, but I ain't that much of a fan. I got some sense.
Shout out to you.
No, the Chargers. I don't know how long Phillip Rivers got, but they got a nice little team over there too.
I don't know, man.
We were talking about it on the show. I want to say it was last week, Diego. Everything went in place. They ain't had injuries. Phillip Rivers didn't have those games where he throw those 5, 6, 7 picks. Everything fell in place, and they still got beat. And he gonna be there for a while. I ain't saying it's over with. It seemed like this was one of their better chances to get.
Man, he ain't been this close in 11 seasons, I don't think.
Right.
Since LT, probably.
Yeah, he never beat Brady. Isn't like 8-9-0 against Brady?
Well, you know, he got to change that, man. But I don't believe in him. I feel like that deflated him a little bit. Listen, I was with him. But
it was years you caped up for the Chargers. What happened, man?
Look, I don't think I'm going to respond well from this, man. That was a big loss, man. He hadn't made that for a long time, man. I think he probably at home contemplating because, don't he got like 8 kids and got one on the way or something?
Ninth one on the way. Now, they say they already working on a new contract. He's 37. So I figure he's got about matter of fact, we did talk about this because we were talking about their window. Of course, it's all depending on how long Phillip Rivers plays. I think he's got another 2 or 3 years in him, which coincidentally is about the amount of time they have before they have to start paying a lot of these young guys on their team. And everybody knows once you start having to pay multiple people big dollars and you got a quarterback making big dollars, that bubble pops and people start moving elsewhere. So I think they got a couple more years to to try and get there. But it's going to be hard battling the Chiefs because the Chiefs are going to be strong. They're going to shore up the defense this year. I'm sure that's going to be a main priority.
Absolutely.
They got to get that done before they get that boy $200 million.
Absolutely.
Hey, man, I'm not. I saw that $200 million report, and I didn't even.
That's a lot of money. What Aaron get, like 140, 150?
I'm not entertaining because that boy still got 3 years left on that deal.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that boy. They better be saving for it. They better put some money in the bank. But
hey, y'all need to stop. Y'all know they're gonna pay that man. That man gonna get his $200 million.
That's a lot of bread.
First year starting, got them to the NFC Championship. He broke all kind of records. Threw 50 touchdown passes.
So we talking NFL. Too. I need to see the guarantees.
And you know who messed up with all this? Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah, and you know what? Russell Wilson was playing his second Super Bowl.
Because it's that guaranteed $84 million. Oh, you give him $84 million? Y'all know what I'm worth. I ain't gotta say nothing.
Our people too.
I'm telling you, Russell Wilson was playing his second Super Bowl and was making $700. That's all he was making was $700. That's it. Playing in the second Super Bowl.
Don't that seem like the wave now? It's like you gotta win when your quarterback's on the rookie deal.
Yeah. That's
you gotta win.
You got to.
I think it's becoming that because we have a lot of good young quarterbacks right now. So we've been working with bets all this time. So it's just I think the tide has just turned a little bit, and that's just the season that we're in right now. If he gets $200 million, it's not going to be on the same 4-year extension that Aaron had. It's going to have to be on a 5-year extension.
Absolutely.
Or you find yourself in a situation like Atlanta and Carolina. You got your quarterbacks going into their 9th and 8th seasons, and you done paid them over $100 million apiece. And I mean, look, they both done went to the Super Bowl. They both done failed miserably. So like, you got to pay them. So everybody.
But the crazy part about what you're saying with that though, those deals would be considered reasonable now.
They would. They would. They would. But I think what Aaron, the dude in Atlanta, he was like 104, 105, and I think Cam was like 101 or 103 or something like that, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that was crazy just a couple of years ago.
You'll wait till Dakota get that $28 million this summer.
Right.
Just wait.
Million for Mahomes, though. I don't know about that, man. They got to figure out what they need to do in Philadelphia first, dude. They got to work that thing out first.
Ooh, that's true. Right.
Oh yeah, I got a question about that for y'all. We're gonna get on that, but Diego, you want to wrap up this game?
All right. So yeah, man, I think that's about all I got on the AFC. The AFC
game. It was a good game. I liked it. Didn't like.
I think both games are good. Like I said, most of my picks went to shit.
Yeah.
Me and Hate had a Popeyes bet for the championship games.
I've only had one game read the whole playoff. Well, that's the Saints-Rams game. That's the only one I've ever got right.
I think I got 3.
That's the only one I got.
Tom Brady kept me from a 10-piece from Popeyes with sides.
Wow.
All right. So let's jump into the quick little Super Bowl preview. So we got the Rams, we got the Patriots. So far, we're here in Atlanta. Ticket prices are already. They said the ticket prices have been dropping fast.
Wow. Because nobody wants to see it.
Nobody is really up for the Super Bowl. One, they say that the Patriots fans kind of got fatigued. They used to being here, so it's not a big deal for them.
That's a damn shame.
It is.
And then the Rams fans don't really travel like that.
They don't.
And what y'all think? Because I was thinking that the Rams would have a good fan base, just the fact that they were in LA before.
Listen.
And they were in St. Louis where they won championships.
Yeah. But the Rams, look, everything that the vision that was Stan Kroenke, that's his name?
Yeah.
Yeah. The vision that he had for the Hollywood glitz and glamour and all this nonsense, it's all coming. Look, the first thing he had to do was get rid of Jeff Fisher. He wasn't part of the plan, right?
But 50-50.
Listen, they're getting a new stadium in a little bit. I'm telling you, the Hollywood thing, the way you see like Clippers and Lakers games, that's what they want. That's what they want the Rams games to be like. And it's coming, especially if they bring that Lombardi back. I'm telling you, right? All that's going to be in California. That's where it's going to be happening at.
That's one point I meant to make. That I was looking at the game on Sunday, and I was thinking, everybody's talking about, Sean McVay, the genius, and he's good. I ain't saying he's not. But he has an owner that will cut the checks and an aggressive GM.
Oh, yeah.
You can have the smartest coach in the world, but if the owner ain't willing to cut the checks and you don't have a good GM,
right,
don't matter. So that's a machine they got there. It's not just a young coach. That's a machine. You got to take your hat off for that.
And they're praying for the future, guys. They're praying for the future. And they're doing it the complete opposite way that your boy John Gruden and them are doing it, preparing for Vegas. So this is what Gruden has been wanting to do. This is exactly what the Rams are doing right now. That's what Gruden should be doing, but it is going the wrong way. So by the time that stadium opens down there, especially if they can put a Lombardi trophy up in that piece as soon as it's open, man.
But aren't the Rams really forced to do it a little different though? Because we talk about the owner willing to cut the check. It's not like we've got an uncapped lead. There's a hard cap in the NFL. So they're playing with the same amount of money everybody else is playing.
Mm-hmm.
I think
but they're being aggressive with the future. That's what I mean. Getting rid of those picks. You think I said it on our personal chat on Sunday. That sack that Dante Fowler had late, that was kind of worth that 5th round pick. Mm-hmm. They were all in on it. A lot of owners ain't willing to go all in to get it done.
Mm-hmm.
Now the crazy thing is they're going to be a totally different team next year. Sue probably ain't going to be there. Talib ain't going to be there. A whole lot of them veterans ain't going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
So, a lot of these owners don't go all in to get it done that one year. That one Super Bowl can carry you.
But I think it got to line up, though, right? It got to line up because the Giants tried that, and they didn't, they wasted a whole bunch of money.
But the key is off on that rookie contract still.
Absolutely.
Exactly. That's it right there.
Yeah.
The quarterback is still on his rookie deal, so you can use that money and go spend it elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. You're right. 100 on that.
But I think that the Rams, Listen, they got a lot on the line. I think they have more on the line. I think for the Patriots, it's all about legacy. It's all about capping off the leg. Everything that they do from now on out is a plus. It just adds to the legacy. Because the legacy already been set. They done broke all the records and set all the records. They done everything, right? Now just legacy, right? So it don't matter if they win or lose, right? It don't really matter that much. I think it's a lot riding on the future of football in LA, and a lot riding on the performance of these Rams and the whole vibe that they're trying to create down there. I think the Rams got more at stake than the Patriots do, and I think with that, that's going to fuel them to play the best game that they're going to possibly play. I actually like the momentum of the Rams going into this game. Now they're going up against, they're going up against but this is what I'm gonna say before I pass the mic. I was nervous for Nick Foles and the Eagles last year, but the way that coach went in there and executed that game plan against Bill Belichick, it was flawless. It was beautiful. And I loved every second of it. And Sean McVay, I think his IQ is above Peterson's. I think we're going to see some spectacular stuff in this game. It's going to be good. I like the Rams.
Them vets got to show up.
Yeah.
They got to have that dog, and they got to show up.
Yeah.
So that's
I'm a double down on something that you just said about the whole getting ready for LA, and they bring that Lombardi back in the new stadium, everything. I'm about to put on my Diego conspiracy theory hat.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go again.
Here we go.
Hey,
Hold on, let me swallow.
I promise you this was not far-fetched. This is not me picking Tim Bradley over Pacquiao or nothing like that.
That shit really happened.
I know. I seen that.
Do not put it past the NFL to push that Buffalo Wild Wings button and make LA the champs. We can get all this money flowing into LA.
I can see that.
It's lining up perfectly for it. It really is.
We had the debacle last week with the Saints game, and I meant to bring this up when we were talking about it. I watched because I was waiting to see a replay of where the hell the referee was on that pass interference call to see where was he standing, what kind of angle was he standing at to make him think it was a bang bang play. He's standing there looking right at the play, and if there's a clip, and I'll send it to y'all if y'all haven't seen it. As soon as the play happens, he reaches to his hip, and like he was going to go for the flag, and then he took his hands off and decided not to do. I'm just saying.
And then what about the flag that happened off screen, right? So I'm trying to figure out what happened. It was two flags on the play. So they threw the flag of pass interference, defensive pass interference down the field. But then there was another flag that got thrown off screen. You didn't see it, and the announcers went to talk about the defensive, and they're like, "Whoa, wait a minute, we got some stuff going on back here, right?"
Right.
And the people watching at home, we had no idea this was going on, right? And then they didn't even play the call on TV, so you couldn't even hear what the referee said about it. So we missed that. I don't know.
That's not a far-fetched Diego theory, though.
Yeah.
I can see that happen. I can 100% see that happen. I want it to happen.
I mean, it's not enough.
Tired of them winning. Shit.
Yeah.
What you think, Glass? I saw a big reaction from you when I said it.
Anything can happen right now in the NFL. I don't put nothing past that. Hey, if it happens, you're going to get all the credit. But I hear with everything that Big
Q Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah, I know, right? I heard everything Big Q said and everything. And like I said, now I know how people feel against my Chicago Bulls and Michael Jordan.
I don't think it was like that.
This is what it is right now. I'm just going to put it to you like now. Now, Los Angeles, they ahead in every category, every stat. You know what I'm saying? Right here I got Jared Goff passes more than Brady. Gurley runs more than Michelle. Woods catches more than Edelman. Donald made more sacks than Flowers. Littleton make more tackles than Van Noy. Johnson, Harmon, same interception. All that being said, and like I've always said before, I understand their stats. I got all that. But sometimes you got to have a heart of a champion to get to where you need to get to.
Yeah.
Come on, y'all.
We saw it last week.
I want the Rams to win. Believe me. Yeah. I learned my lesson, though. Brady and the Patriots, 10 years? They won 5 championships. They lost last year. It's time for them to go ahead and get this one so they can ride off in the dark. You ever into like this? I don't know if y'all play racquetball. You know you got that one old man that's standing in that one spot. You running your ass up all up in that room, but you still can't beat that old man that stay in that one spot. The old man in that one spot is the Patriots. I'm going ahead and pick the Patriots over the Rams, man.
The only thing that's good about that, the only consolation is that they win and they ride off and they go away. And that's great. That's the only consolation about that whole scenario.
Yeah, right.
You know,
I want the Rams to win, but if I bet my money, I'm going with the Patriots, man.
I mean, I don't want the Rams to win because I don't want a team from my division winning the Super Bowl.
That's why I want the Saints out of there. Right?
You know, but no, I think the Patriots will win. I think there is an element to young teams that having to get there and get their heart broken first. I just still think that holds true in sports. You know, you look at Kansas City and Mahomes; they'll be better for this loss and come back stronger. But I think at the end of the day, Bill Belichick, as brilliant as Sean McVay is, I think he's going to figure out some things to outsmart them, especially and give Jared Goff some different looks that maybe he hasn't seen yet. And if Todd Gurley is going to carry the ball 5 times for 10, 12 yards, whatever the hell he had, then I think the Patriots are going to are definitely going to take this game. I'm interested to see who Stephon Gilmore lines up against. Is he going to line up against Brandon Cooks, or is he going to line up against Robert Woods? I would put him on Woods if I'm Belichick.
But do you think the Rams will allow the Patriots to keep the Rams defense will allow the Patriots to keep them on the field for 8 minutes on the drive with that first initial drive that the Patriots had in that game? 8 minutes. You think the Rams going to allow that? They're not going to allow that, man.
If they can't get the Brady, they will.
Animals in that game. They got to.
Right.
Look, Brady's going to be getting that ball out quick. He don't really have any downfield weapons. He's going to be getting that ball out quick. Look for. And one thing about the Rams defense that can be exploited are their linebackers. So look for Edelman, look for Gronk to dominate the middle of that field.
That's a nice counter. I like it.
You took the Patriots, Diego. So we put that chicken back up. If I take the Rams, what's up?
You're still trying to get that 8-piece, ain't you?
I'm trying. I need that.
Hey, man, go ahead.
Oh, y'all put another chicken bet up on it?
Yeah, I need to take the Rams on that, man. I know it's probably the wrong move because it's the Patriots. But I'm gonna jump off the cliff. That's what I do.
Okay.
But yeah, I'd like to see them win. I mean, you figure they're gonna put Talib on Gronk because they don't have their outside receivers don't scare nobody. Marcus Peters and Edelman should be a pretty good matchup. But like I said, Aaron Donald and Sue got to be animals in the middle. They got to be. Yeah. Brady's jersey has to be dirty.
Yeah.
It can't be clean like Sunday. It can't. So
you know what? I feel confident saying that they will get 3 good, one of them being super significant in the game, sacks. And I think that the run, like, you know, them having a way 6-7 yards per carry with Sony Michel and James White. I just don't think the Rams are going to allow that. I just don't see that the same game plan, keeping the Rams offense on the sideline like they did Patrick Mahomes. I don't think that's gonna work. That defense is just it's so much better than Kansas City that ain't gonna. They got.
You mentioned James White too, another player that's going to tie up those linebackers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not as great.
I don't know. It's just to me. You're right. I think that them veteran defensive players, they're going to earn them checks. This go around. They're going to have to. They want to bring if they want everything to go the way they want it to go, and be able to put the offense on the field at least. You know, split the time possession 50-50. That they definitely can't do it what the Patriots did to the Chiefs last week. That is unacceptable. You can't do that. You know, you're gonna lose every time like that.
Wade Phillips versus Josh McDaniels. I kind of lean toward the veteran.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of lean towards Wade.
Yeah,
I hear you. But you do know that Aaron Donald hasn't had a sack at all in this playoff.
No pressures, though.
He'll get one in the Super Bowl. They're going to get 3 sacks. One of them going to be super significant in this game. One of them is going to be a big sack in this game. It's either going to cause a turnover.
If he does, it's going to be late, and it's going to, during a close game, anything can happen late. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we know we're going to see. But I think if they line up how I can't remember which one of y'all just said it, Hager or Glass. But if they're going to line up Marcus Peters with Edelman, Marcus Peters, to me, he gambles too much.
He does.
He does.
He's a hothead. I can see Edelman outsmarting him on some double moves, some jerk routes, things like that. And if Talib is going to be matched up with Gronk, yeah, he's not a all-pro or Pro Bowl receiver, But Chris Hogan can be sneaky good in spots.
But you still got Sam Shields. You know,
Who?
he played solid. His head don't hurt this week. Relax.
Shields, you gonna make me go Soldier Boy. Sam Shields.
You got him, Joyner, the safety. He's played solid. I mean, people playing for bags because it's going to be a different team next year. So you have to go all in to get it done this year. Mm-hmm. A lot of them cats ain't gonna be there.
It's gonna be I think it's more on the line for this young LA team than it is. Like I said, the Patriots really ain't playing for that. I mean, it's just stats and legacy, and like it ain't like
Q. I think they'll talk more shit after this one than any other one.
You think they would?
I think they'll talk more after this one.
Yeah, because they've kind of hyped themselves and led themselves to believe that they this big underdog. They keep going with that. They're feeding themselves that, and I guess that's motivating them now.
That's a better mentality than they did last year, going into the game thinking they couldn't be beaten, and Doug Peterson put something on that ass, right?
They were done.
Right. So.
They were done when they played Meek Mill in the introductions. They were done.
Right.
They were done.
Yeah. I just think if the Rams lose, then they've got many more opportunities to get back. Whereas the Patriots right now, they're trying to win as many as they can win to set that bar as high as they can set it so that no one can break either the team, Super Bowl, records or –
it's going to be a long time for somebody to see that again anyway. I mean, I think that record's going to stand for I don't think in my lifetime I'm going to see another team go to as many Super Bowls as the Patriots. I'm
with you on that one, brother.
Yeah, I don't care about them. I don't care about how many they go to. I'm just trying to get our 6-1 so we can then get to with the Steelers. About how many you got the most.
So.
Right now, the Steelers got 6.
Yeah.
We got 5, or they're old 5. They got dust on them.
Yeah.
But and the Patriots got 5. So I don't want to see them be the next team go to 6 before we get to 6.
Right.
We coming next year, baby. We coming next year. George Kittle is the best tight end in the league.
For your Niners to even put a claim in for 6, I think 2020 might be a better look for them.
That ain't gonna happen. And Joe Montana was overrated.
Hey, that's next year. That's next year. 2020 is next year.
2020.
Jerry Rice was on that shit. All right, I got a few little
what you say, Captain Munderland?
What's up?
Say Captain Munderland.
Hey, leave my slot corner alone. Damn it. I got a few rapid fires for you before we get up out of here, fellas.
Yeah.
All right. Fellas, if you're Monday Night Football, what are you offering to trade Jason Witten for Tony Romo?
Jason, what is Jason doing?
Shit.
Nothing.
So why we do that? Now, if anything, I would be trying to lobby to trade Jason Garrett for Tony Romo. I would lobby for that one. I throw my hat in the ring for that one.
I can see that. I can see that.
Ain't he a better commentator than he was?
Yo, hell yeah.
Tony Romo is Lord have mercy. I mean, like just listen to him and watching the game, it's crazy. It'll make me think, right? Like during his time as a player, right? What happened? Like what? How come you wasn't that brilliant behind center? I mean, what was going on?
I said that ever since
Jason Garrett was his head coach.
You can't work part-time for ESPN?
Man.
With Monday night games?
And we was talking mad-ish when they talking about they hired him. I'm like, man, he ain't even been in the coach one time. They must have gave him a try. They like, hey.
Ain't he like the best on TV right now? He's better than Aikman.
He is.
I like Collinsworth, but he's better than Collinsworth.
Yeah.
He's like the best on TV.
Him and Collinsworth, they better time for me. But I think if I had a choice, I would probably listen to Tony over Collinsworth.
Yeah.
He's doing it, man. He is doing it, dude. I'm telling you, like, he.
I think Jason Witten is not going to see the end of his deal at ESPN. Because you got, Peyton Manning's still out there kind of floating around trying to decide what he wants to do. And then you guys got that. I think he should go ahead and retire after this year. I'm just tired of seeing him banged up. Greg Olsen.
Should retire.
Greg Olsen is supposed to be one of the next bright stars in the analyst commentating game. So
I don't know, man. I thought he got the face for it though, man. He got a foot for a face.
You get the right haircut. Jason Witten ain't really all that great looking either.
Next up. All right, how much smoke do y'all think was to this story? Because, of course, everybody came out and disputed that story coming out of Philly. It got to be a little bit of smoke where that fire was about Carson Wentz.
No, I didn't hear this one.
Oh, you did?
Couple of cats came out and said, well, of course they didn't reveal their names. He was selfish, wasn't really willing to compromise, was about his stats. That's a tough situation for that young man to be in when Nick Foles
is, but you know what though? It makes a little bit of sense though, because think about it. Every single time that they sit Wentz down and they bring in Foles, the team rally. Like when Wentz is in there, it ain't like that. Like why they rallying for this guy? Why they won't rally for the main guy? Look, it's something to it. Yeah, I think so.
Now the leaders came out, of course, and said that Carson's our guy. Ain't nothing to this. Of course, Zach Ertz was the first one because he caught like 200 balls this year.
Right.
But of course, it's his team now because they already said they're moving on from Foles. But I kind of thought that was interesting that came out now.
I believe
when he's leaving.
I wonder who said it. Are they planning to be with the team next year? What is their roles? Are they just running with their role on the team last year?
Don't they all seem happy though?
Is it true though? See, that's the thing. I don't know if it's true. It might have been changed up. So whoever published the article,
them dudes added some completely different than this man is starting. Man, I'm telling you, dude.
I tell you what. What's the best ability? Availability. It wasn't Foles' fault that you cracked your back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And maybe they're being salty a little bit because Foles got the backup quarterback, got the Super Bowl MVP and all this good stuff. Like, and he couldn't deliver that first trophy to Philly like he promised he was going to do when they drafted him. He didn't do that, so he's salty about it.
Shit, life ain't fair.
Tell him, Glass, life ain't fair. All right, next up, got two more. Why the hell won't Larry Fitzgerald go try to win a ring somewhere?
Because he's loyal, man. And ain't that many people in the world that's loyal like that, man.
He's loyal to a fault.
He's loyal. He's loyal, man.
I blame all this shit. Go ahead.
Ain't nothing wrong with going back retiring as a Cardinal after going to chase the ring. Did he not see what Josh Rosen did last year? Dude, you want to sign up for another year of that shit?
You think he's not seeing what's going on with your boy KD? You think he want to be like KD?
That's different. KD was in his prime. Larry he's on the back nine.
Look, he don't want none of that action. It's like I know my skills. I'm not gonna have to go and play with Dak Prescott to prove how good I am. I don't have to do that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That's what he think, right?
He already know he a Hall of Famer. Okay, I don't get a trophy. I got paid. I'm a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
I'm
I love to see him play in meaningful playoff games the last year of his season. That shit ain't gonna happen.
Right.
You talk about KD. I think he's the next KG in Minnesota. KG wasted all of his good years up there in Minnesota.
Yes.
Being loyal.
Being loyal, man.
Minnesota, man. Look, man, you got to go up there.
Look. You never know. Larry would probably promise a seat in the Pantheon up in Arizona. You never know.
I blame all this shit on LeBron because before LeBron changed teams, we weren't hearing nothing about this. Let me stay with one team my whole career. We weren't hearing none of that.
Yeah,
we weren't hearing none of that. I blame it all on LeBron. It's all his fault and his growth.
All right, last one at that. Y'all need to tell the truth and keep it real. Tell the truth, shame the devil. Y'all know Adrian Bronner won that fight. He beat that boy. Y'all know he did it for the hood. Beat that boy. Tell the truth.
This was fun, though. It was fun. I had a good time, though. It's getting silly there.
I'm just going to let it like this. Bronner has the skill set. He just effed up here, man. He just want to be Floyd Mayweather so bad, man. You just ain't gonna be that man. And come on,
he ain't even got the skill set no more. He ain't even throw punches.
How old is Manny
Pacquiao? Disrespectful shit Diego said at the end of our last show about Adrian Bronner.
I said there was a 70% chance that he was gonna show up out of shape. Now he showed up in shape, and I figured he probably would because it was Pacquiao and the notoriety that would bring. But he didn't bring nothing to the fight. I got the numbers right here.
But
I know you do.
50-year-old.
He landed 50 punches the whole fight.
50 punches.
He 50 punches the fight.
In a 12-round fight. By my math, that's 4 punches a round.
See, Diego, that's why I don't fuck with you, bro. Because I already know you against me.
I know he won the fight.
I already know you against me.
Adrian Bronner is a clown.
Does he not win the press conference every fight, though?
Hey, look,
no doubt.
He went and got the check, man.
He looked like Jim Gray didn't know what to do. Oh, damn. What? Damn, you pulled out nigga? Oh no! Oh, wait.
Was that not crazy? Oh my God.
What did he tell him? I'd be 7-0 if my last 7 fights was against you. Like, man, come on.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's good.
Just acknowledge you lost the fight and and be done with it. He been going downhill ever since he rejected that Rock Nation deal a few years back, where they would have paid him $30 million for like 4 fights, and he laughed at it like it was a bad deal. I bet you he ain't made $15 or $20 million in this.
You see how money messed the game up? See how that worked?
Hey, Diego, since you the boxing connoisseur, who's the most dumb-witted one out here? Dumbass. Let me go ahead and put it out there. Zab Judah or Bronner?
That's close.
Now, which incident are you talking about with Zab? You know, he's got a few.
Pick one.
Zab got a case right now.
I still got to give it to Bronner, because I did see, Zab Judah at his peak, and he was a great fighter. Yeah, he did a little bit of talking or whatever. He had that New York thing about him, like New York people do, with the confidence and the swag and the arrogance. But that was him. Adrian Bronner's just a clown. He's a Floyd Mayweather wannabe, always has been. He don't know how to tighten his business up, tighten his image up, stop drinking, stop partying. You can look at his face. I don't even think he's a little over 30 years old, and he looks like he's in mid-40s.
That's crazy.
Right.
It's like you got to take your career a little bit more seriously, man.
He beat that boy. That's all I got to say.
At least in your mind, right? It's all good.
Man, it's been good having you fellas on here.
Love this, y'all.
Good times.
Yeah, it's been good. It's been really good, man.
All right. I had one last tip that I wanted to end with. So y'all hear this? Y'all heard this thing about? I call him MC Beasley Bear. Cole Beasley coming out saying that the front office dictates who gets the ball.
Oh wow!
Yeah, he said this on his. I think it was on his Twitter account.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
What y'all think about that?
Well, in Dallas, it might be true. You never know. I mean, listen.
He's a free agent. Keep in mind, he's a free agent. So
it was like, Jerry Jones got his hands on so much. That's the most ridiculous thing I ever heard in my life. It's so stupid. Like that. Oh well, this is what we're going to do this week. Okay, no, I don't. Look,
how many owners do a Tuesday radio show every week of the regular season?
I'm telling you, it's crazy, right?
Jerry Jones.
That's it.
But
I believe it. I 100% believe it. Because, you kind of know they gave up a first for Amari.
Yeah.
You kind of knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
Gallup is solid. I mean, homie, you a slot receiver. You getting 4 balls a game. What you want, 10?
Right, but if you want to see something hilarious, though, and you got to put it side by side, back to back, you have to watch Jerry Jones sound bites from the playoffs onward, from when the playoffs from when the Dallas Cowboys clinched to when they when they got eliminated. Oh, he knew they was going to the Super Bowl. Like, he kept on. Oh my God, he was going on and on talking about Jason Garrett. He secured his spot. Oh my God, it was funny. But you got to listen to the sound bites back to back though, right? Because he just get more and more boisterous as the weeks go on. I didn't listen to the one after they lost, so I don't know what he said about that. So I don't know.
Okay. Which I think it really just speaks to more to what we have all assumed and know anyway, is that Jason Garrett is a puppet.
Absolutely.
And you got a puppet. You can walk into an offensive meeting room and tell the head coach who to get a ball to. You think Robert Kraft do that?
It's weird though. You would think that Jerry noticed because he experienced it, right? The 2 coaches that he had, they gave him a little bit of drama that he didn't really like get along with. They brought him championships, right? But the one that he loved and he give all the leeway to ain't brought him nothing but a headache. It's weird to me. You would think somebody as old as Jerry, it would recognize these things.
Dallas gone Dallas, man.
Right.
Yep. Absolutely. Well, I say to already allude to, fellas, we definitely appreciate y'all joining us tonight. Go ahead and Glass, you start us off. Go ahead and plug your shows, your podcasts. Tell the people where to reach you at, where they can get in touch with you.
I appreciate you guys having us on this show. Love what we got going on here. Let's keep it going. If you don't catch me as a guest, I ain't a guest no more, man.
Oh,
I got a cup in the cupboard, man.
There
You know
you
what I'm
go.
saying? Let's keep it real. Anyway,
You are OG. Keep it
Left a
real.
mug here, right?
We got the air mattress out for you.
there you go. There you go. If you don't see me here or see me with Big Q, JB on Team Boy TV Live, you can definitely catch me on Get With It Sports, place where you get your sports with a little swag with me, my partner in crime, Brandon. You can follow us on Twitter, me at Get With It Sports, Brandon at LEB412. You can check out our blog page at getwithitsports.wordpress.com. Check out the YouTube channel, Get With It Sports 2. And if you need to get in contact with me, shoot the shit, go ahead, email me at getwithitsports. Getwithitsports 2.
That's the number 2.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. at gmail.com. And once again, fellas, I appreciate this thing going on.
Yeah, that's
What's up, man?
Oh yeah, and so listen, it's the boy Big Q, Team Boy TV. You get me and Glass. We've been doing our thing for 8-9 seasons, I think it is.
Yep.
So that's been great. It's been good being taking a little bit more control of Urban Arena. We're gonna reboot Urban Arena this off season.
Yes, sir.
We'll come back strong with that one. So look out for that good stuff. I'm also broadening my horizon. So we got one more show on Team Boy TV to do next week, and that's gonna shut that down. But I think I'm gonna do something in the off season, Glass. We'll work on something. But yeah, I want to do some other stuff. That's right. So
you gotta start watching basketball, homie.
You know, see, I was just starting to come back. I've been going for like 8 years.
Leave it alone, bro. Because when Super Bowl over with, Big Q go dark.
I was just starting to come back. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It's like some of these little young dudes that capture my imagination.
Okay. I like that.
So yeah, so look forward to that. So that's gonna be an adventure, right? Because I'll be adventuring into something that I ain't done on the internet yet. So that'll be great. But yeah, we're wrapping the season up and it should be good, man. You can catch me on Twitter at Team Boy TV. And that's where I tweet at. That's what we do. It's like, again, man, it was a pleasure. Y'all guys cashed in y'all's coin like rather quickly. And I definitely appreciate it, man. It's good. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Good looking. Uncle, hey, you know the routine, baby. Tell these people where to reach you at on social media.
At ReK6000, holla at me. I talk sports.
All right, people. And don't forget, continue, as we said earlier in the show, hit that subscribe if you watch us on the YouTube channel. Don't forget to tune in to us and follow us on the podcast platform, whether it be Spreaker or iTunes. We definitely appreciate that. We got sponsors coming back. All right, we got to dust them off. We got Notoriously Fly. They're on Instagram. Check out some of their clothing, black owned. Shout out to Distinct Finds. If you ladies, if you're listening, you like luxury gear, check out Distinct Finds on eBay and Poshmark. Use the AA Sports promo code AA Sports 10 for a 10% discount. And shout out to the Shea Butter Jones food truck. If you are riding around Atlanta, either during the Super Bowl or any other time, check out that food truck. Really, really, really good food. Next level, out of the box shit. Trust me, you will enjoy it. Tell them
I got one more thing too before we go. I'm happy New Orleans lost because we ain't need no week of them Whodats here showing their ass.
You know,
we ain't need that.
You know?
I'm good.
If you are, and as a matter of fact, if you are visiting Atlanta for the Super Bowl, PSA, it's Robin season here.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to say, how crazy is getting ready to be there next week where y'all live, man? It's getting ready to be nuts there, man.
Yeah.
Has it started already? They changed the street signs and all this stuff already?
They've already put the Super Bowl logos all around Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Wow.
They've already started shutting down streets. Me and Hay are gonna try to get to the Super Bowl experience next week. Gonna try to get in the media day. So
tell them dummies too. Don't be buying tickets off of Carlos on the street.
Oh yeah, you gotta
for $1,000.
You know he's gonna be out there.
Ticket ain't gonna work when you get to the door.
You know he's gonna be out
Don't do it.
Make sure they got barcodes on the bottom.
There you go.
There it is. All right, but you can find us, people, at AA Sportscast. We're on Twitter, Facebook, and IG. Don't forget to shout out the Urban Arena's page as well. You can find us, Glass with Get With It Sports, Team Boy TV. All of our content's there. Shout out to JB.
Yeah,
and JB not here tonight. We don't know where JB at.
He's doing JB things. He's too fly to hang with us tonight.
He's over there helping Joe Flacco pack up his house.
Wow.
Shots fired, damn it.
All right. You can find myself at Diego Barish. I'm on Twitter as well. Again, for the Urban Arena crew, for Team Boy TV, Get With It Sports, Uncle Hayden, myself here at AA Sports, Straight Sports, No Chaser. We're going to holler at y'all next week. Y'all be easy. Be good. Peace.